All right, guys. So you're here with me, Israel Wright, and a lot of you might wonder who is Israel Wright? Like, who is he, especially in business? But what's his background? Why do I trust him, or why is he somebody that I should take his webinar or take his online classes versus anybody else that's on this big platform that we know as social media? So, tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Israel Wright. I am a small town kid. I was born in Florida, but I was raised in Illinois, a very small town called Freeport. And I don't even know how many people it was there, but I know it wasn't a lot. And, that kind of gave me my humble beginnings like most people have, especially when it comes to learning hard work, dedication, focus, and attention to detail on things, kind of valuing the smaller things, because when you don't have that much, I'm not saying I was poor, I wasn't homeless, especially during this time, but, I didn't really have, everything that some people might, especially my own kids right now, what they have. So, like I said, I'm a small town kid. I used to play sports. That was really my main focus and objective for my whole, teenage careers. I just knew I was going to play basketball somewhere. When I got to college, I really started diving into business more. So I'll kind of rewind a little bit too. With my family, they've been entrepreneurs. I just was so focused on sports, I never really gave it that much attention. And then when I got to a level where I was like, hey, I need to make a decision. What am I going to do to make money that's going to help me, actually, progress in life? I don't want to just be that has been, that person I used to be good at basketball, that everybody's just like, hey, man, what happened? So I got into business and I went to school focused on business and marketing. So all the things that I kind of learned as a kid, growing up in barbershops, growing up in hair salons, growing up around, people that were in business. And again, I never really paid attention to it. Now, when I get to college and I can actually implement these things and see the, relationship that it has between what I've been seeing my whole life, it started becoming a little bit more easy or a little bit more realistic for me to actually push this thing as a part of my lifestyle now. So at the age of 22, I decided to, get from outside of my job, which was me selling phones. I was a sales rep at a cellular phone company. I was doing great. I was making money. I was at the top of my percentile as far as my region, but it just wasn't enough. It was not serving any purpose. So I don't feel like I was really maximizing my potential. I feel like I was just really going to work to get a check. So I made a decision. What do I want to do that is kind of fulfilling my purpose, and that's also giving me something to be passionate about, like something that I don't really have to worry about. If I make money, great. If I don't, I'm still going to enjoy myself, and that was cutting hair. So mind you, this was at the age of 23 when I decided to move to Atlanta, Georgia, from the small town of Freeport, Illinois, to the big city, and take a leap of faith and go to barber school. So my mom lived out here, which was great, but at the same time, it didn't guarantee anything. When I came to a big city, I knew I was going to have to grind, I was going to have to hustle, I was going to have to do, more than the average person, because I really didn't have any connections. I didn't have too many people I could reach out to outside of just a couple people that I knew through maybe just being around with family, friends. But when it came to business, being able to actually make money, that was something that I had to decide how was I going to do it. So through barbering, I was able to build a brand. I was able to learn. I was able to get different experiences from my clients that were pouring into me, and I really took it serious. And, by the time I was maybe 25 or 26, I was making six figures. I was living on my own. I was taking care of myself. I was doing everything that I wanted to do, but I still need to figure out what is that next level for me, because a lot of people might hit the six-figure mark and feel like that's it for them. But I knew I needed to grow. I needed to expand. I needed to build a team. And that was something that, once I started doing it and started seeing the results of creating opportunities for other people or seeing other people living their passion, I started getting more fulfillment out of it. So it became a part of my lifestyle as an entrepreneur to do that, but it came from the service-based industry. Like, it came from being able to serve people, being able to actually provide a service and build that different level of trust. One that you just can't get from behind a computer, the ones that you can't get from downloading a quick PDF. Like, these were one-on-one interactions and levels of relationship that I built with these people. So in 2020, we all got hit with the pandemic. And mind you, this is my first year of actually owning my own brick and mortar, growing outside of what I was working in, a traditional shop. Then I moved into a couple of suites. And then when I wanted to create my own space, we get hit with the pandemic. So I was open for, I want to say 3 weeks before we were closed for 2 months. But from the time that we were able to reopen in May, I pushed the agenda, really helped grow my mindset and my team's mindset, and also just our will and desire to grow. And we understood the different things that we needed to do. So I say all that to say this. After me learning what I learned in business and going through the process and going through, all the emotions that I had to still be a growing company, I realized some of the things that I valued the most. And it just boils down to 5 key things. And through my webinar, I want to be able to share these things with you that I know help me grow and expand, getting accolades, getting different accomplishments. And, also during that time, I, wrote my own book and I released some products. I came up with my own service tools. I said I also built a team out. So I have other people that I'm grooming, and I do education as well. So I'm a full-time entrepreneur, but I really know the ins and outs of being a service-based business. And if you are a service-based business, I know no matter what it is that you're doing, I can help you grow, because it might not be me, but it might have been a client that I've had or somebody that I've spent money with and does business with, that I learned, the do's and don'ts. And, I've learned the things that work and things that don't work. And I really want to help implement that into your business as well. So again, thank you for giving me a chance, and I hope to see you on this live webinar.